I'd like to find the road we roam together, swinging along, finding the long way home. We didn't mind the time or place or weather, singing a song, finding the long way home. Remember, I used to sigh at the end of each day, dear.
What is going on, explorers? Check out this location, guys. Now, you probably can't see, but through there's a really, really old cottage. Farm cottage and sheds. And I'm kind of standing up on the, what looks like the top of a dam. Would have been a dam in here. And probably, it might still fill up in the winter, but it's a beautiful day. It's nice and warm. Obviously I'm out in the rural parts of South Australia again. There's another little old shed over across the road there, out in the back dirt tracks. So we're going to get up closer to this cottage and see if we can take a look. This looks like a drinking trough. That might have been for horses. Not sure, guys, but it probably was. It's got a pipe coming out of it, feeding water to somewhere. I think she's going to be in rough shape. Check it out. Just keeping an eye out for wells and things that might look like wells, and obviously snakes as well. Damn, she's an oldie. That's a definite 1800s build. Nice little entrance though. I saw one of those entrances yesterday on an old home. Oh damn, there's a big owl that just swooped. It was either a hawk or an owl. I think it might have been a hawk. Yes, I'm in their territory at the moment. He's fired a shot across the bow. There's a very, very desolate feel to this one. Damn, there's even so many, you probably can't see it, but there's so many cobwebs, even in the flooring there. But all the old tongue and groove ceiling, it's just hanging on there. cottage actually goes back a fair way, but alright, well, let's take a look around. Now, I just want to point out, see those cross, well, they're iron rods, but they're actually attached to a brace on the outside. You probably saw it above the window, and you can tighten them to the tension, and it prevents the walls basically from falling away from each other. It's kind of a preventative measure to save the house moving. And they're even up here. These ones as well. I'll just show you the brace outside. You've probably seen, you see these a lot. Those braces up there. Well, I would guess that this one has not been lived in for, well, we'll try and get some clues, but just by looking at it, probably have to go back to the 50s maybe. Yeah, this is starting to get a bit dodgy where the roof is. What is that? That's a big fan. It's like an industrial sized fan. Maybe it drove an old air conditioner. Well, there is a mantle still on the fireplace there. And there is it looks like a gas heater that's put in there as well. There. Yeah, the roof's collapsed here. This is a very, very primitive old hut. It was probably added to this back section. But see how it's almost like an early settlers one, this one. Very well could be. Earth floor. This is all a dirt floor. And so is this one. Tiny little bedroom. Yeah, look, it's all dirt floor. It just looks like fieldstone and mud, and there's a bit of concrete over the top there. Oh man, there is an old TV. Hang on, let me just check if I can see any PowerPoints, but I didn't. Well, that roof's too far gone to see if there was a light, but definitely didn't see any PowerPoints. But there is an electrical wire coming down here. But to have this old TV, oh, check this out. It's another old, there's an old Astor. Found a couple of old beauties, Astors. The Astor Fringe 23. Got a feeling I might have seen one of those. 23 model, definitely. It's even got the plastic protective part over the actual television screen. Wow. Oh yeah, so there was a little bit of an electrical upgrade, maybe just for some lights and TV. That's so cool. Now this little wooden bit, this is interesting. Not sure what was here, but probably the most recent part. May have been an old loo. Yeah, look, there was a toilet roll holder there. Well, it definitely didn't have plumbing. Might have just had a bucket there. Oh, hang on, no, sorry. What's in there? You actually have got a bit of plumbing there. There might have been a septic tank. There it is, and straight through there. There's a septic tank. So it was at least a flushable loo. Well, I think the TV must have just been put there because you wouldn't have the TV room right next to the toilet, you wouldn't think. Alright, what else can we find? I don't think I went in there. No, just another tiny little bedroom. Actually, that looks like the old phone, where the phone was. Yep. Those backing plates used to be where the old bakelite phone sat. Damn. The place is so far gone, it's hard to actually imagine it. Imagine people sitting in here making phone calls and watching TV. Oh, cool. You know what? Check it out. This actually is a large home. The further back you go. Well, they did get an upgrade to the Simpson Tapan. T-A-P-P-A-N. Tapan. The Simpson Tapan. It's definitely an old kitchen sink. You got the one tap. There's the mantle. The old stove would have sat in there, original one. Alright, well this kitchen's a fair size. And there's another room there. But I think I've found the well. It's just the other side here. Yep. And it's filled in. Yeah. Well, it's at least it's a decent sized, like a wide. It's a broad well, rather than one of those really deep narrow ones. But look at this place from the side, guys. all the way back here. Maybe just added to and added to as we see often with these places as the years roll by. But all with local resources and stones by the look. Just used what they can. And this is like a back porch area. The crows are very, very vocal. Well, there you go. That looks like it was could be anywhere from the 60s or 70s that they had a little bit of power added. There is a little bit of information on that power board which I will look up, but I'm not going to show it. It's something to do with the actual power board. Alright, well, out. Shed way up there, there's another one there. Now that is where the line was hooked up to a generator, so we'll try and find the old generator shed. It could be that one over there somewhere. There's definitely no Stobie poles leading actual power out here. It was all run off a generator by the look of it. Just get a look at this side. There's a swing set there. Yeah, check it out. Look at that little toilet was just added in, probably to a side door entrance to the wall there. Probably when they added the power, which I'm guessing was probably around the 60s. Swing set. Well, that's basically the sound I expected it to make. Oh, there is sheep up at that far paddock, so I'll try and get closer and have a look at that shed, but there's a whole bunch of sheep up there, guys. Alright, so here's one of these sheds. Nothing in it, but looks as though it might have housed well, it might have been the work shed. A couple of old truck seats there maybe. It looks like a workbench there. Used to be a workbench. Could have housed the old truck, the old Bedford. And oh, see, Oh, there's a whole heap of sheep in there, guys. So they're all yeah. Look, they were sheltering from the sun in there. So I'm not going to go in there. It looks like there was a machine in there, like a plough or something as well. So we'll just leave them be. Poor things, it is getting pretty warm. Well, I might go back over there to that old stone hut. Well, that one's locked, but it's raised up off the ground on stilts. But there's an old hut over here as well. Well, whatever this was, most of it's fallen over. It's got a chimney. Let's say it was a little servant's quarters, farmhand's quarters. And it even had a tank as well, so here we go. Oh, there's an old washing. That's one of the old washing machines. There's a little fireplace. Well, maybe they used that. Actually, now I think about it, that might have been the old wash house with a copper pot there and then a washing machine later. That probably makes more sense. And it may have housed the generator at some point. But the fact that it did have a water tank kind of suggests that it might have been someone living in there as well. Who knows? That was definitely a carport. Well, we've pretty much seen everything, so I'm going to grab a few still shots from this angle and then I'll do a little bit of an outro inside, guys. Alright, well, the crows are still crowing, not as loud, but they're still there. So while I was just taking my still shots, trying to still decide whether those back rooms were the original part, and then when they did get a bit of money, they built this little front area with the wooden floors, or vice versa. But you would think if you were adding on and you were gaining more money to do those additions, you would continue it with a wooden floor. But this is all earth floor, guys, in these rooms. So I tend to think that this back area are all add-ons because they kind of lean down and yeah, I think they just added on as the years went. And this front section was the first little part. It's definitely built back in the 1800s. But as always, I always love to know what your thoughts are. Let us know how you think it was built. Alright, well that's it, guys. I'm heading off to another couple. It's a beautiful warm day. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers for watching. Alright, bye.
Remember, I used to sigh at the end of each day, dear.